So today we'll be talking about investing on Robocash, how safe it is given the current situation in Ukraine, and what has changed on the platform since my review last year. I suggest you watch until the end, as I will be also giving you my opinion of what I think about Robocash in 2022. I'm your host Jakub from P2P Empire, and if you are new here and interested in learning how to make passive income by investing in loans, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell to not miss out on future videos. So this video is an updated version of my previous review, which you can watch here. This video is split in various sections, and we have also added a timestamp so you can navigate to the part that is the most relevant to you. Alright, so if you are new here and you don't know what's Robocash, it's basically a P2P lending platform where you can invest in loans from the profitable Robocash group and earn between 10 and 13% interest per year. The platform was launched in 2017 and I have been personally following its development since 2018. So far, Robocash has managed to fulfill all the obligation towards investors, which is the reason why it's one of the highest rated platforms on P2P Empire. On Robocash, you are funding short-term and commercial loans from Kazakhstan, Singapore, Sri Lanka, the Philippines, and Spain. Your investments are backed by a 30-day buyback guarantee that covers the loan principal as well as the accrued interest. In addition to that, your portfolio is also backed by a group guarantee from the Robocash group, which made a net profit of $31.8 million last year. What's also worth mentioning is that Robocash is currently available only to investors from the European Union. If you are a non-European resident, you can navigate to P2P Empire and explore other platforms. So before we move on to news, let's review some of the latest statistics. The Robocash platform has funded €376 million worth of loans, and so far more than 27,000 investors earned €6.7 million in interest. On this chart, you can see the current loan exposure that the platform is offering. Recently, Robocash has added a new loan from Singapore, which takes up 75% of the available loans. This is a commercial loan directly to Robocash Singapore for 13% interest, which is being used to fund its operation and expansion in Southeast Asia. The platform has also recently added a new lender from Sri Lanka. However, due to the current economic situation in the country, I would probably stay away from those assets at the moment. Alright, so what else has changed on Robocash in the recent months? The platform lifted the monthly investment limit to €25,000. It also changed its banking partner. The new account is held by Free As Money, which is an electronic money institution license from the FCA. Robocash has also lifted some restrictions for the secondary market. You can now sell any loan that is not overdue on the secondary market, which significantly increases your liquidity. I've tested it myself and I was able to exit my 10K position within just 2 days. There have been also some changes to the interest payments. From now on, you will receive interest from all loans on a monthly basis. In the past, some of the loans paid out interest every 90 days, which is not the case anymore. So those have been kind of the main updates since my last review. Now, you might be wondering whether the current war in Ukraine affects your investments on the platform. The short answer is that it does not. The performance is stable and the platform even increased the interest rates as some users started withdrawing their money. There are a few reasons why the platform is still able to deliver a very high and stable yield. First, you have to understand the structure of the lending group. So, on top, you have Robocash Group, which has subsidiaries in various countries. Those are lenders from Kazakhstan, Spain, Sri Lanka, Singapore, the Philippines, and Russia. On top of that, Robocash Group also owns a digital bank in the Philippines, a lending startup in India and Vietnam, as well as a P2P platform that is registered in Croatia. It's worth noting that every subsidiary is a different legal entity. It's also no secret that Robocash Group has been funded and is owned by a Russian owner. Russia has been the main market for the group, and the company is one of the largest lenders in the payday loan industry in the country, rubbing shoulders with Aventus Group, which is active on Peerberry. Now, you might be naturally curious whether your investments are somehow impacted by the sanctions imposed on Russia, and the short answer is they are not. See, Robocash investment platform doesn't list loans from Russia, so you cannot invest in those assets. In fact, the Russian part of the group is completely independent and self-funded, and there are also no banking transaction between the Robocash group, which is legally based in Singapore, and the Russian operations. When you invest in loans on Robocash, you deposit funds to its bank accounts in Netherlands, which are then redirected to the Robocash group in Singapore. From there, the funds are distributed to the lenders in which you have invested. None of your payments transact via Russia. So now that we have explained the money flow and the legal setup, what about operational risks? It's also no secret that Robocash has some operations in Russia where they manage different parts of the business, such as IT or marketing. Robocash was operating in 9 countries. The risk management is, for instance, done from Latvia, and the support of the Robocash platform sits in Croatia. As of right now, the group's operations are not directly impacted by the war. The group is still profitable and they expect to also make profits this year. On top of that, your investments are covered by a group guarantee from the Robocash group in Singapore, where the Russian lending business Zymer is not included. Alright, but what about the increased risks in Kazakhstan? Well, as I'm recording this video, there haven't been any sanctions introduced that would affect the loan originations in Kazakhstan. The risk caused by domestic conflicts could be currently higher than the risk of potential sanctions. In both cases, Robocash is one of the top lenders in Kazakhstan, and if the new risk materializes, the company will mitigate them as much as possible. Here you can also see the default rates of loans in various countries. It's important to mention that while many loans are issued to borrowers, by investing in the commercial loan from Singapore, you are lending money directly to Robocash Singapore to fund its operation and expansions in Vietnam, India, or the Philippines. The group has automated process in place that is dealing with loan repayments, which is the reason why they are never late in comparison to other consumer loans in other countries. Alright, so before we wrap up this video, let's quickly review the currently available rates. As you can see, if you decide to invest in short-term loans, you can get a 10% interest rate. If you go for a long-term loan, which is mainly a commercial loan from Singapore, you can lock up an interest rate of 13% for up to 3 years, which is a very solid return in the current market environment. So, what's my opinion about Robocash now in 2022? Well, my stake in the platform is currently at around 12,000 euro, and I am currently exposed to loans from Singapore. The platform works as expected, the performance is stable, the support is sufficient, and the yield is very competitive. Robocash is transparent enough, and it also provides audited consolidated financial reports. You can also find a lot of the information in their blog. Luckily for them, they were not issuing loans from war-affected countries, so there are also no loans in recovery. So, to summarize, I have really not much to complain about. Certainly, they could improve the design and the usability of the platform, but at the end of the day, the Robocash group is mainly in the lending business, so all the functionalities of the Robocash investment platform are sufficient enough to invest in loans. You should note that Robocash is not a marketplace, but a P2P lending platform. The loan availability is limited from certain lenders, and the alternate invest doesn't diversify your investments equally across loan originators, which may affect your diversification. As I am recording this video, I think that Robocash is one of the top 3 platforms to consider if your goal is to make a passive income on your investments. Of course, the P2P lending space is changing rapidly and you should keep an eye on the latest developments. This video is not sponsored and it's also no investment advice. Before signing up, I suggest you study our Robocash review, which is being regularly updated with news and relevant information surrounding the risk of your investments. If you think that Robocash is a good fit for you, you can also sign up by using our unique referral link in the description below, which will unlock a 1% bonus on your invested amount during the first 30 days. The platform also offers a loyalty program where you can earn up to 1% increased interest on your investments of at least 25,000 euro. So in short, you can earn more than 14% interest per year by investing in loans from Robocash and benefiting from their bonus rewards. So now that I have shared with you my experience with Robocash, I'm curious to hear what you have to say. If you have used the platform already, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. So that's been my updated review of Robocash. If you have found it helpful, leave a like. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.